Hello everyone, welcome back once again to the next session of design of RCC and steel structural elements. So in the today's session, I am going to discuss about design of roof truss. Design of roof truss. So before going to today's session, I'll have a just revision over last session. So in the last session, I had explained about what is truss and what are the different types of typical trusses are available, or the typical type of trusses we can design. Then after that, we had a discussion over the different components of trusses, the different components of truss, okay, which is very important because the design part is again related to the different components of truss members. Okay, so what is truss? So truss is again it will act as a single element. Truss we have to design as a single element which composed of different members, connected at the particular joint to carry or to support the load throughout the span. That is nothing but truss. So the different components like principal rafter, main tie, other interior member, ridge, eaves, spacing, everything we have discussed. So in the today's session, I'll explain how to design those member. I am going to start how to design those members or the components. Okay, so as in the last class, I told you what is principal rafter, what is main tie, what is other interior members, what is roof covering. Okay, so we are going to design those out of the what we discuss. We are going to design the principal rafter here. Okay, so what you can see here in the geometry, so this is the given geometry of the structure or the steel roof truss. Okay, so that's why it is given here, design of roof truss for given member forces, means for the given geometry and for given member forces. So what is member force here now? What is member force? So when any truss subjected to load, external load, as I told you in the last class, dead load, lie load and wind load. In the roof subjected to the external load, dead load, lie load and wind load. Those loads has to transfer through the members. Suppose a load joint acting at the joint U2. So that load has to transfer through principal rafter, through interior member. Okay, and those members will act as a tension force or compressive force in the member. And those members has to carry or counteract, the tensile force or compressive force. And those members force will be given. Those member forces will be given in the statement of the problem. Okay, we are not going to define those member forces. The member forces are predefined or given. So for those member forces, we have to design the members, same as a tension member or compression member. Okay. So here this is the geometry of the steel roof truss given. Okay. So we have in pink color what you can see, this is a this is a main tie. So this is a main tie, which is nothing but L0, L1, L1, L2, L2, L3, L4, L3, L4 and L4, L5. These are all main tie. Then we have what you can see in the green color, these are principal rafters. So like the nomenclature like L0, U1, U1, U2, U2, U3. Correct? So these are principal rafters. Then we have other interior members. So what you can see in the blue color, these are all other interior members. And the length we have for the main tie, the length is 1.55 each. So from L0, L1, 1.55 meter and so on. And for principal rafter we have, these are all given data. Okay. So L0, U1. So the each principal rafter is having a length of 1.79 meter. So these are all given. So apart from this, apart from the geometry, we have the member forces also. We have the member forces also. So I will show you that. Okay. We have the member forces also. Okay. Now you can see. Next, member forces. So for design of roof truss, given member forces. Okay. Now we have here member DL, dead load, LL, live load, WL, wind load. Okay. So for member L0 U1, so what you can see here, L0 U1 for member L0 U1, dead load is minus 92 kilonewton, live load is minus 82 kilonewton and the wind load is 326 kilonewton. So what is this plus minus? Means L0 U1 is carrying a member force of, because of dead load it is carrying 92, because of live load it is carrying 82 and because of wind load it is carrying 326. But what is this? Positive and negative. So positive and negative nothing but here, so the positive stand for, so positive it is for tension and negative it is for compression, T and C. So if positive sign is given, then we have to consider it is a tension force in the member. If it is negative sign is given, then you have to consider compression force. So it is tension and compression. Okay. So what does it mean? So what does it mean? It means the member L0 U1, principal rafter L0 U1, carrying a member force due to dead load, that is minus 92, means it is carrying compressive force of 92 kilonewton, compressive force of 82 kilonewton due to live load, and due to wind load tensile force of 326 kilonewton. Okay, 326 kilonewton. Then so on we have for U1 U2, U1 U2, U1 U2. So it is minus 92, minus 82 plus 370. Then so on for U2 U3. So this is a one group. I have made a group here. I have separated with this line. So this is one group for principal rafter. This is the one group for principal rafter. Then we have for main tie or tie beam. Tie beam. So what you can see here, L0 L1, L0 L1, L1 L2, L1 L2 and L2 L3, L2 L3 so on. Correct? So these members again carrying the forces due to dead load, live load and wind load. So for example L0 L1 is carrying a force of 79 kilonewton due to dead load, 70 kilonewton due to live load and minus 266 kilonewton due to wind load. Okay. L0 L1, L1 L2, L2 L3 so on. So we have the forces. These are the forces given in the member. Then we have for other interior members like U2 U3 L2, U3 L2, U2 L2, U2 L1, U1 L1, U3 L2, U2 L2, U2 L1, U1 L1. So these are the other interior members. But length, if you check the lengths are different. Okay, the distance or the length of the member is changed. Okay, so I have again made a different group. So this is for principal rafter, tie beam and other interior members. So these are the member forces given. Now what you have to do? You have to convert these member forces into design forces by considering load combinations, by considering the load combinations. Now we have to make a load combination. With respect to that, we have to find out the design forces. Okay. So now here, calculation of design forces. Calculation of design forces. So we know already dead load, live load and wind load. We have got already dead load, live load and wind load. Okay. So now we have to find out design forces by considering the load combinations. By considering the load combinations. Okay. Now you can see here we have, so just a minute. Okay. Now it is 1.5 DL plus LL. So what you have to do? So already we have dead load, live load. So you multiply 1.5 DL plus LL. So you get this. Then again 1.2 times DL plus LL plus WL. Dead load plus live load plus wind load into 1.2. Okay. So this is one combination. This is another combination. Same way we have one more combination, that is 0.9 times dead load plus 1.5 times wind load. So these are the combinations are considered with respect to IS 800 part 5. IS 800 part 5. Correct? So these are the load combinations. Understood? So when you add, same way 0.9 times dead load plus 1.5 times wind load with sign we have to add. Then we get these combinations again. We get these loads. For member L0 U1, again for member U1 U2, U2 U3. So out of these three combinations we have to choose maximum. Out of these three combinations we have to choose maximum, that will be the design force. That will be the design force for the principal rafter. Understood? So we have to choose the maximum between these three. 1, 2, 3. We got three combinations and we have three member like L0, L1, U1, U2, U2, U3. Understood? So you have to choose again the tension as well as compression. Tension force, compression force. So when you check here, the maximum positive force is, if you check here, so we have got the maximum positive force. So we got here. So this is plus 472.8 kilonewton, and negative is so this is minus 261 kilonewton. So it means what? The member L0 U1, U1 U2 and U2 U3, which will have frame the uniform cross section. Correct, na? The member L0 U1, U1 U2 and U2 U3 should have uniform cross section, and that should be designed for the tension force of 472 kilonewton, because positive is tension, the tensile force of 472.8 kilonewton and the compressive force of minus 261 kilonewton. Okay. So same way, so this is for principal rafter. So this is for what? Principal rafter. So I can write here. So this is for principal rafter. We have got the design force for principal rafter. Now so on for main tie or tie beam. So this is for tie beam. This is for tie beam. Okay. So already again by considering these combinations we have to find out this. Okay. 1.5 dl plus ll we got 223 for L0 L1. 1.2 times dl plus ll plus wl we got minus 140.4, and 0.9 dl plus 1.5 wl again for L0 L1 we got minus 327.9 kilonewton. Okay. So again from these whatever we have got, you have to select again the maximum load. Okay. So we got here this is 136, this is not, so this is 136, please make the correction, this is 136. Okay, please make correction, it is 136. So we get here the positive is 223.5. So 223.5 kilonewton. The positive force is 223.5 kilonewton. Understood? And the negative is 327.9 kilonewton. The negative is 327.9 kilonewton. Okay. Understood? And same way for other interior members. So for member L2, U3, L2. Okay, member L2, U3, L2. So the positive is 90 and it is minus 193.2. Correct? And for here it is positive is 184.2 and minus 79.5. And here again it is minus 148.86 and 69.9. So these are the member forces, and for this we get 110.7 and minus 52.6. So this way we have to find out the design forces by developing the load combinations. So main thing is here for principal rafter and tie beam, how we have done. These are single member, so we get directly. But here out of these three, you have to choose maximum. So we get here principal rafter and tie beam. Okay. So dear students, so you have to learn how to create the load combinations and how to find the design forces. Okay. So this is regarding today's session. Okay. Thank you very much.